Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Metal video, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Beerus. This is Beerus from the movie edition 2 Red Zone. So this is a little bit different to the Beerus from the first one, but he's still pretty interestingly tough. So disables attack and defense reduction in all three phases, immune to stunning and sealing in all three phases. Beerus has a Fury meter, so you can actually finish Beerus off, especially now by today's standards, with the volume of damage that you have. You can finish Beerus off pretty easily. Not super easily, not like he's without any difficulty, like I'm saying with a top level team. You can get Beerus out there before he even activates his Fury gauge. For this I went with the USS team just because I thought thematically it's pretty suiting to have Goku and Vegeta at their new levels of power that they've obtained through their adventures with Beerus, kind of taking him on. I think, look, Beerus, how he works is he has 3 phases. So he's got his first initial int phase, and then he enters a Fury gauge, goes into his second phase, which is Strength Beerus, and then into his third phase, which is Int Beerus. His Strength Beerus hits the hardest with a 2.2 million super and also guaranteed to hit, which I think a lot of people forget. Actually makes him really challenging if you get there. And then after that he'll go back to Int Beerus, but a slightly different version. This one will hit the lowest but also heals. So this one hits the lowest but also heals, which can be a little bit irritating. And then the cycle repeats itself. So you go from Int Beerus 1.1 million super into Strength Beerus 2.2 million super, disables evasion, into Int Beerus version 2.0, where he does health recovery. After that, you just kind of rotate through. As I mentioned before, Beerus's biggest difficulty is that second phase, but if you beat him before then, you don't face it, and that is the easiest way of dealing with Beerus. You could actually beat that phase beforehand when he first came out as well. But it was a much harder task to do than it is now. Nowadays, because of the increase in damage and with how little health these bosses have compared to current level bosses in content, you don't really have that problem so much. A lot of these bosses will have 100 million health, which was back then a lot. When you were hitting 5 million supers, 3-4 million supers, maybe 6, maybe 7, maybe. These bosses were tanking pretty well. Now when you're hitting 20 right out the gate, 21 right out the gate, 13, 14, 17, 3 or 4 times in a turn, 100 million health does not seem like a lot. So that's why we went into USS. Thematically pretty fun, but also it's one of those teams that starts out really strong, builds up really quickly, and would have been able to handle all 3 phases of Beerus, but also just outscales them. Starts out really quick, ramps up really quick, minimal build up time for a lot of units outside of 1 or 2, and just in general a great volume of damage that they can get through quite early on. So it was an easy pick, like I said, especially when your units are clearing him before he can actually enter his Fury phase. It does tend to help. But yeah, that is it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you did. If you need any more help, you can let me know in the comments down below. But until then, as always, take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching. It is greatly appreciated. But as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, take care and bye.